Welcome to Quesh. You're with Havoc Squad, right? It's good to see more special forces arriving. Here to kick some Imperial butt?
Wasta mi chakukadu maji tahus hagwa upa. Chiza kava kyotopa bubanda bakawanki.
This location must be important to the Republic. What's the story?
Nira de saslimo krispa doe kankin kunke gupa.
The Empire found out about our mining operations here and filled the planet with troops and battle droids.
Imagine waging war on a planet with toxic air doesn't work out well.
The air's not as bad as the terrain. Quesh is all swamp. Hard on machinery, harder on soldiers. Well, you're cleared to travel the planet's surface. Just say the word.
I'm ready to have a look at this poison planet.
Speak to General Corvan when you land. He'll brief you on the current situation. Good luck.
Captain, the reputation of your squad has preceded you. You're most welcome here. Please come in. At ease. I'm General Corvan, at your service. This is Major Trigg, my right hand.
General, don't change the subject. If we don't strike now, the Empire will drive us completely off the planet.
You know we cannot be drawn into attacking the enemy, Major. The mines and factories would be left undefended.
It's a risk we must take. Surely you agree with me. We can't let the Empire simply advance to our doorstep.
That will never work.
I will not leave our civilian workers undefended in order to press an attack. And that is final, Major.
General, I'm getting a distress call from the worker camps. Putting it through now, sir.
Is anyone there? General Corvan, you have to help us! Imperial samplers have blown up in the venom pipelines! There's venom flooding everywhere, poisoning my man! We can't get past the Imperials to seal the pipes!
Do what you can to get your people out. Help is on the way. Corvan out.
How far away is that camp? Are the troops stationed in the area?
The camp isn't far, but most of our men are stationed at the mines. I'd like you to hold your forces at the mines in case this is simply a tactic to draw us out. If you're willing to help us, please, go to the camp, drive back the Imperials, and seal the pipeline.
I'll head there immediately.
Take these healing adrenals. They'll counteract the venom. Speak to the foreman once the site is secure. And good luck.
We've dug in, Major, but the imps are coming on strong, and I never much cared for playing defense.
Just hang in there, son. Havoc Squad just walked in. I'll get them briefed and in the field on the double.
Copy that. I'm sure we'll find a way to keep busy. Corey out.
Just how bad off are we, Major?
Things are grim, no doubt about it. If you hadn't turned up. Everything went south while the safecrackers were on a bunker raid. Intel was bad, alarms got tripped, and the imps moved out in force. Now Corey and his people are surrounded, outnumbered, and outgunned. We don't punch them a hole to run through. Every man in that outfit is a goner.
I don't care how many imps there are. We're getting our people out of there.
Agreed, Captain. Leaving our comrades to the Empire is never an option.
Diversion is the key. Scouts found an Imperial command center deep behind their lines. That's where you'll strike. Equipment, vehicles, personnel, anything with an Imperial logo gets holes in it. The imps will rush back to stop you, and the safecrackers will get the gap they need.
Just give me the coordinates and I'll make some noise, Major.
Let's give those scumbags a run for their money. As soon as the imps clear out, Corio will contact you so that you can all burn jets back here. Speeders are waiting for you. Now get out there and give the imps something to think about!
My men owe you their lives. We won't forget this. Thanks to you, we can get our operation running again.
You're welcome.
We've got production quotas to meet, and the Empire's not making that any easier. Hang on, a call's coming in from General Corvan.
I was hoping I'd reach you. Is the pipeline secure?
Havoc Squad forced the enemy back and the breached pipe was repaired, General.
I suspected you had the situation in hand, Captain. Well done. The Empire is responding to their defeat here by making a frontal assault on our mining operation. In so doing, they're using forces from their base defenses. This gives us an attack opportunity.
Do you have the manpower to defend the mines from a full-on assault?
Major Trig's men are being pushed to their limits, but they are holding on, for now.
With all respect, General, you can't leave Trig's men alone at the mine. My people will be massacred.
We may never get another chance like this. It's dangerous, but we must strike the Empire while we can. Going after the Imperial base may cost our miners their lives, but gain us a strategic victory.
We can't sacrifice our mine for a chance at vengeance.
Thank you. Those men have served the Republic well. They deserve protection.
Once you're finished, report to the Three Families War Camp. It's time you meet our allies. Corvan out.
Agent Meldo, your boss sent me to meet with you.
Jaskruni dopat kurira do kanki kung. Tauz azulus uval tung mi chakulka dimaji.
She seems a little obsessed with rules and regulations.
Se gota do muti ki hasa da puño. Liz di woto. Wanta humpa. Muri rava fupa jipampa wula. Ni at ambumpa boshura mokili moklanki.
When you stopped filing reports, she got worried.
Kabanotase makipuna. Malituta odmishka. Chonki faguta, jiho poda ji oto vokise. Tori na natuta, ta aita wanawanga na chuba.
Security log, supplemental update. Captain Jesh reporting. Dr. Orlean's been acting suspicious ever since the security systems went down. I've temporarily shut down his lab and taken him to interrogation for questioning.
Dr. Orlean, I'm with the Republic. We're getting you out of here.
Who are you? Where's Meldo? He said he was going to get me out of here. He never mentioned anything about sending someone else. How do I know this isn't a trick?
You're free to sit here and wait for more guards to show up if you don't believe me.
When you put it like that, I guess I don't have a lot of options. The Imperials are sure to send reinforcements. You have to hold them off so I can meet Meldo at the rendezvous.
Oya tuka changa goptula do bata wana wanki. O grani tampio da pushi wompa. Putula musta.
Always happy to help the Jedi out.
Bagthra wana waga mi punawa dwetuipe. Barganonua utatyacha nichu kuya maya stupa. Chobet I kafstuan pile jihulo kuta.
What a waste.
Jonki faguta jiho poda ji oto vokise. Pampaula ji ota kakoka huta nubisto. O grani tampio da pushi wompa, putula musta.
Where do I come in?
Kabanotase makipuna, malituta odmishka. Uchusa yo mata chitoya. Nam kanoya choski nawi.
I secured our mine. The Empire will think twice before striking our workers again.
Fantastic. We mustn't lose the drop of Quesh venom to the Empire. Wouldn't you agree, Major?
Of course. Granted, the Imperial base won't likely be vulnerable again, but at least we have the miners on our side.
Kuchuso yo mati. Chitoya namki noya. Joskanowi. Pakuta palko. Chopting wampa. La hagua kilia joska.
When our own attempts to process the Quesh venom failed, we were forced to find outside assistance. Be careful what you say to Broga. He's a very dangerous hunt.
I can handle this guy.
This alliance is precarious. We need the Hutts, but they are, less than trustworthy.
Gadwa chine oiga. Anulia okba kisa spita perupa. Okilimo glumki ni atma aposhuda.
No one has told me what the purpose of this meeting is.
Wegi matako. Nangise.
An army of Hutt cartel droids are advancing on our factories. The three families are technically working with us without the permission of the Hutt cartel. The Empire has forced the cartel to label them traitors.
I may have a plan, General. If you can draw the attention of the droids at the factory, my men can flank their army.
You can count on me.
Your courage is a model for every soldier on this planet. Thank you. I'll leave this in your hands, then. Stop the droids. Protect any workers left inside the factory. Then report back here. Good luck.
I'd better get the troops marching.
Putula musta, wobrani tampio, do pushi wampa. Koptulia do bota tuana wanki slemo, poya to katanga.
Nice work in the factory. My men are routing the rest of the droid army as we speak. Good of you to join us, General.
We are ready to strike at the heart of the Imperial Army and regain control of this war. Our target is Imperial Moff Drayson, commander of Imperial operations on Quesh.
I can handle it.
We remain ever in your debt.
Moff Drayson is holed up in a heavily fortified palace. Your strike team must get inside, get to Drayson, and bring him back, preferably alive.
Havoc Squad can handle whatever defenses are in place.
Koptulia do bota tuana wanki slemo, poya to katanga.
Our scouts only found one route in.
Bomicha kulka, dumaji, taus azalas uval. Putula musta, wobrani tampio, do pushi wampa.
If I can cover one entrance, Major, can your men handle the other?
I doubt my commandos can make it through the front doors alive, but they will go down trying.
I have a better chance of making it through the doors than your men.
That's very noble of you. Thank you. If all goes well, rendezvous with the second strike team once you're in. I'll be here with enough men to defend Broga, in case the Empire decides to retaliate.
I will meet you here when the mission is complete. Good luck. The entire Republic is hoping for your success. Havoc, this is Korea with the safecrackers. We've got the gap we needed, so we're pulling out. I don't know what you're doing, but the imps sure don't like it. You'll have a lot of company soon. Suggest you pull out immediately. Over.
The sooner I'm out of this place, the better.
I know the feeling, Captain. See you soon. Korea out.
Captain, good to see you. I wasn't sure that even Havoc Squad could plow through the guards at the front and come out alive. There's bound to be trouble up ahead.
I'll take point. Let's go find Moff Drayson.
You heard the order, men. Move out.
Welcome. I would offer you some of these excellent adrenals, but my warriors have used the last of them.
There's no shortage of adrenals on this planet. I'm practically throwing them away now.
I hope you realize what an honor you have been given today. You will play a pivotal role in galactic history. Your deaths will be the final outrage that forces the Republic's hand. And now I think it is time to conclude this. Do you think you've won? The Republic's hold on Quesh is at an end. While you have been busy playing the good little soldier, you have been outmaneuvered. You never had the strength or the courage to strike the Empire down, and you never will.
I'm gonna start with you.
Good riddance. That Imperial scum got what was coming to him. You should go on ahead. General Corvan will meet you at the war camp to hear your report in person.
The tanks are destroyed.
Tori na tuta, ta aita wanawanga na chuba. Di wanawanga blasto chi.
Jonki fakota, chi hopoda, chi otovo kise.
My word. I expected trouble when I lost contact with Broga and Major Trigg, but I never imagined this.
Ono nachato, netutu boga.
Greetings, General.
Lord Magnus, I suppose it was only a matter of time before the Sith became involved in this war.
And you must be the grunt I've been hearing about. It's uplifting to see someone so limited achieve even marginal success. Is this really the best you could find, Corvan? You have my deepest condolences.
You want to chat? Talk to my blaster carbine.
So temperamental. Do you know where your little friends are? It is with great sorrow that I must inform you of the defection of your valued servant and war hero, Major Trigg. You are standing in the midst of his handiwork. He killed his own soldiers to deliver Broga to me.
Chawa aiteya chachopa.
The hut is with me in your former venom mine. Another gift from Major Trigg.
There a reason you're still talking?
Have I upset you? 1,000 pardons. Would you like these things back? Come to the mine and take them. My door is always open.
This is my fault. I should have seen it coming.
He cannot succeed.
As it stands, Quesh is lost. There's little time to regain control before Republic Command orders us off the planet. We must stop Lord Magris. And if the Major's turned against us, bring him to justice.
If Trig betrayed the Republic, Havoc Squad will teach him about remorse.
Be careful, Captain. I'm relying upon your discretion and judgment in this matter. All our hopes rest on you now. Find Lord Magris and Major Trig. Put a stop to this. Save Broga if you can. I'll return to base to await your report. Good luck.
I'm sure I'll find a use for these.
You have a reprieve for the moment, Hut. We have visitors. Major, come and greet our guests.
Let your prisoners go. We can settle this ourselves.
You still choose to believe that Major Trig is my prisoner? How positively naive.
The Republic is sick. Indecisive half-wits like Corvin make general while men of action get passed by. Despite all my talent and years of service, I'd have died a major in the Republic. The Empire will give me a fleet.
The Empire isn't exactly a shining example of equality. They'll never give real power to a Zabrak.
It's true. You were exceedingly foolish to believe anything I promised you.
What? Ah!
That was pure Quesh venom. Kill the captain over there, and I will give you the antidote. Let's finish this.
Not much time left. I shouldn't have trusted them. Please, forgive me.
You'll face a court-martial, you know.
Thank you. I don't know what to say.
Jiliska tananga ime chaijo ronchika. Mi bonawa tuipe te bokbagwa wadawanga.
General Corvan will want to know what happened here.
Gadwa chine oiga anulio okba kisa spina perupa. Gadwa chine oiga anulio okba kisa spina perupa.
Thank you again for everything.
Jiliska tananga ime chaijo ronchika.
I received word from Broga. You kept our operation safe and eliminated the Empire's masterminds. I've sent a squad to take Major Trig into custody. He will answer for what he's done. The Republic Army owes you a debt of gratitude.
It's been an honor to serve with you, General.
I assure you, the honor has been all mine. It will take time to find and stamp out the remaining Imperial forces. As long as we remain here, you will be honored and welcomed.
Captain, great work out there. Great work. You made that op plan look easy. In and out, hit and run, the imps never had a clue. top-notch soldiering.
I'm just glad we got the safecrackers out of there.
You and me both. Quesh definitely won't be making my list of the galaxy's most relaxing destinations. You got me and my people out of a tight spot and we won't forget it. Whatever and whenever you need, the safecrackers are there.
I'll be glad to have your help, Lieutenant. General Garza already has plans for you.
Yeah, that's what I hear. It'll be a pleasure to work with you again.
All right, we're not on vacation here, people. Korea, get your men settled and ready for transport. Captain, it's been a pleasure. Contact General Garza with the rundown before you take off. Dismissed.
This is just too good. I get slick equipment, a nice ride, and a ready supply of every explosive there ever was. I think this will do, boss.
Does this mean you can actually follow orders once in a while?
Stranger things have happened. Trust me. You keep me happy, I'll keep you happy. Now let's go put some of this fancy equipment to use.
General Garza, this is Havoc. The safecrackers have been extracted safely.
Excellent. Very good work, Captain. I'll make sure that the safecrackers stay out of harm's way until our operation against the Gauntlet begins. Your next step is Hoth. The last specialist that Havoc needs is stationed there. Contact me when you arrive and I'll brief you on the specifics.
I'll head for Hoth right away, General.
Garza out.
Chuskomokili makanonki. Kuto yikupa chichi nolia makache chisa.
There's no doubt about it.
Pawuskavatula pakosha. Kekuna mo, benchante alipa estinto ko. Ni at ambumpa.
Alright, boss. Time to talk some business. Bunch of credits just came through from a weapons deal I had going on Balmora. Another weapons deal I had going back on Balmora. This is your cut.
I could get used to this.
You're the new boss. You get a cut no matter what. Let me tell you, boss, this is not where I figured I'd end up when I enlisted. Growing up on Nar Shaddaa, you only joined the army for the free ticket out of there.
Don't forget the free guns, free armor, free food.
True enough. It's a sweet deal if you've got nothing. Before the army, I ran with whatever gang had the loosest boss and the most spare detonite. Had a long list of enemies. Even street trash take it bad when you blow up their buddies.
Ever wish you could go home again?
I've been back to that slime hole plenty of times. The heat's more than died down now. Joining up turned out to be the best idea I ever had. A lot more fun than running with those scrubs back on the streets, most of the time.
Sounds like everything worked out for you.
It's why I've got this sunny disposition. Enough reminiscing. Let's go trash something, huh? Hey, come here. This is going to be hilarious. Remember the credits I brought in from that old weapons sale? Those were from my second buyer. The first guy I lined up wasn't offering as much as I liked, so I bailed on him. Cheap jerk is all worked up that I sold him to someone else. He's trying to put a scare in me.
How can I help exactly?
Just play along. Guy's name is Red Hand Magarin. He runs a few guns. Thinks he's a real tough guy. Hey there, Red.
My guns, Vic. Where are they?
Well, I was having a chat with my new boss, the commander of Havoc Squad, and we decided to go with another buyer.
If that's the commander of Havoc Squad, I'm the king of Alderaan. I want those guns, Vic.
I assure you, I'm Havoc Squad CO.
I hope Vic's paying you good to get on my nerves. When you back out on a deal with me, there are consequences, Vic. I'll be seeing you.
Uh-oh, consequences. I hope I don't lose any sleep.
I can't believe he thought we'd be scared of him.
No joke. I'm glad we didn't do business with him. We'd look stupid. Come on. Let's find something else to do. So, turns out Red Hand Magarin isn't just an idiot with a chip on his shoulder about that weapons deal I bailed on. He's also an idiot with a lot of bounty hunters on call. He's put a price on my head. I need to take care of it.
Do whatever you need to do, Vic.
Magarin's office is on Nar Shaddaa. I still know a few people there who don't want me dead, so this shouldn't take long. Once Magarin's settled, we'll be good to go again.
I can back you up if you want.
Nah, I've been through this a couple of times before. It'll go faster solo. Thanks, though. Be back later. Hey, boss. Everything's cleared up. No more price on my head. Well, no one to pay it anyway.
I'm glad you're in the clear now.
You and me both. I found some of Magarin's files while I was picking through the wreckage afterward. Figured they might come in handy. I'll let you know if I spot anything interesting.
Still no word on the Deadeye's location. I checked with Garza, but she hasn't had any luck decrypting those coordinates we sent her. This is taking too long. For all we know, the Imperials have relocated the Deadeyes. That intel could be obsolete.
We can still pick up a new trail if we follow those coordinates.
I suppose you're right. I'll keep monitoring the hollow. Maybe something will turn up. Good news, sir. Garza's people decoded the first portion of those coordinates. The data points to an Imperial evacuation site on Tatooine. Looks like my former XO, Torv, is being held there.
Then let's load up and get him out of there.
Ready when you are, sir.
Sir, if you have a moment, I've developed an initiative to improve morale amongst our fellow soldiers. As we both know, Havoc Squad is the finest military team ever assembled. Our triumphs prove to the public that victory is near. Unfortunately, as a team, even we can only accomplish so many victories in a given amount of time. Therefore, I would like to undertake additional assignments on my own time.
What kind of additional assignments?
I'd like to coordinate with Command and the SIS to find extra targets, Imperial personnel no one else could challenge, and neutralize them.
Some tough wins would really get our troops fired up.
My calculations suggest the Republic's forces' morale would increase more than 18% for each impossible target I neutralize. Such incredible victories would demoralize the putrid citizens of the Empire as much as they would encourage our heroic comrades.
That's a good plan, 4X. Make it happen.
I'll inform you as soon as I locate a suitable target, sir. Sir, I found our first potential target for the Morale Improvement Initiative. An Imperial propagandist known as the Ambassador. I've collected a sample of his lies for your review.
Friends, the Ambassador would have you know that you needn't live in fear. You needn't bow to men who are your inferiors. In the Empire, you can live a life of purpose and accomplishment, where only those most fit to rule guide our society. A life of greatness.
Surely no one's fallen for a tripe like this.
If it were not effective, even the fools in the Empire wouldn't bother with it. These spurious recordings are broadcast all over the galaxy, filling people with doubts about our noble cause. The Ambassador is the public face of our enemy. Removing him will boost Republic troops' morale and combat effectiveness.
As soon as you locate the Ambassador, let me know.
You'll be the first person I notify, sir. Sir, we've had a breakthrough. The Ambassador has been spotted. He's staying in a suite at the Star Cluster Casino on Nar Shaddaa. If I move quickly, I can take him before he's relocated.
Sounds like a plan, 4X.
For the Republic! Sir, I am pleased to report that the mission was a complete success. Though the Ambassador had 15 armed guards in his casino suite, I managed to storm through them all, grab the lying fool, and leap out through the window.
Sounds like you really took them by surprise.
Very much so, sir. The enemy never had a chance. Having timed my assault perfectly, the Ambassador and I landed on a passing Ugnaught salvage scow after a mere 130-meter fall. Once I had made my apologies to the proprietors of the scow, I turned my prisoner over to the SIS, and the toll of liberty rang out across the galaxy.
Excellent work, 4X.
Now that the Ambassador's influence won't be spewing across the galaxy, I suspect we'll see a marked improvement in Republic morale. The only problem now will be selecting an even more impressive target. I've been reviewing morale surveys and after-action combat effectiveness reports, and I have good news. For the period following the neutralization of the Ambassador, statistics are up throughout the Republic's armed forces.
It's good to hear the plan is working.
I am concerned that we might see diminishing returns from future missions, unless our targets become even more impressive, though. Havoc Squad's new quarry will have to be someone truly savage. A merciless threat to all that's good and decent in the galaxy.
This was all your idea, 4X. Target selection is up to you.
Thank you very much, sir. I won't let you down. Sir, I'm wondering if you'd be kind enough to share what you know about Force users. I've only been programmed with a basic knowledge of Jedi and Sith capabilities. What do you think about them?
Jedi and Sith are capable of some pretty amazing things.
That's what my records indicate. I only ask because it is a commonly held belief that so-called ordinary soldiers are no match for Force users in combat. Clearly that belief is false, but it persists. I suggest that I target a notable Sith Lord and neutralize him, publicly.
Sith are deadly, 4X. Let's not take them lightly.
Of course, sir. I'll let you know as soon as I find a suitable target. Sir, I've discovered the perfect target for our next operation. Lord Kavos. Kavos is a marauding Sith Lord, responsible for countless deaths. Exactly the type of dangerous scum we're uniquely qualified to eliminate.
Give me the full brief, 4X.
With pleasure, sir. Lord Kavos single-handedly destroyed a Republic outpost on Brental 4, massacring its personnel. He fought and killed 2 Jedi Knights simultaneously. According to intelligence reports, this butcher is becoming a hero to the Empire's ravening masses. Neutralizing him will help our cause greatly.
Let's make this a priority. Tell me as soon as we have a location.
As soon as I know more, I'll inform you right away, sir.
On your feet, soldiers.
Lieutenant Jorgen? What are you doing here?
It's Sergeant now. Don't ask. And I'm getting you out of here.
Thought we'd have been out of here weeks ago. Who's this?
I'm the commander of Havoc Squad.
Havoc Squad? It's an honor, sir.
Okay, enough boot kissing. I want answers, Torv. For starters, how'd you get yourselves captured?
It's all there in our mission outline. Didn't Zane brief you?
Zane? As in Senior Agent Zane? Man's been nothing but trouble for us.
So he didn't... Oh. Then I'm afraid I can't say anything more. SIS orders.
We just saved your life. Now start talking.
But we... Okay, look, we let ourselves get caught. Part of some top-secret SIS op. They implanted tracking devices in us. Plan was to follow us through Imperial space, find out where the imps ship their POWs, and then come rescue us.
It looks like someone forgot to follow through with that last part.
Nobody anticipated the imps would split us up, send us to labor details. Surprised the SIS didn't spring us then.
Typical SIS. Should have known better than to trust those spooks.
Too good an opportunity. You know how many troops we have in those camps.
What if the Imperials had executed you?
He had good intentions, Jorgen.
Yeah. And it landed him in an Imperial labor camp with no ticket home. But you're right. We'll have it out with the SIS later. For now, just sit tight. I'll call for an evac, get you boys home. Well, they're off. The SIS better have a good reason for leaving those men behind.
Zane is involved. Maybe he wants to enlighten us.
I'm sure he'll have something to say about this rescue op of ours. Anyway, we've done all we can for now. I'll see about getting the rest of those coordinates decrypted.
Hey there. Captain, Corporal Jorda Pell with the Safecrackers. It's a real honor to meet you. A real honor.
She's been here 10 minutes and we've already heard about your little stunt on Quesh at least 10 times. I don't think you'll be paying for many drinks tonight.
I just did my job, that's all.
Awfully modest for the head of Havoc Squad.
Our other friend here is Karen. She runs with those Navy punks, but I've forgiven her for it.
Karen Bondi, gunnery officer on the Brental Star. I don't think you've saved my life yet, but it's still nice to meet you.
I don't run into many Navy officers. Pleasure to meet you.
Alright, let's focus, people. Karen just got a big promotion. You two obviously have a lot to celebrate, and I have a day off for once. Recon shows 8 cantinas within taxi range. We're gonna hit them all, and we're gonna hit them hard.
Let's move out.
First round's on me. You are insane, Jaxo, you know that?
You're the one who brought them over, not me. If your Navy pals can't drink a sweet little girl like me under the table, that's their problem.
Hey, you know what? You are amazing. You're an amazing woman, okay? Just totally amazing.
It's very nice of you to say, Jorda.
Tell you what, Jorda. My bed's over there. Why don't you go lay down for a bit, huh?
I'd better call it a night myself. See you, Jaxo. It was great meeting you.
I guess you'd probably better get going too, huh? I hope you had a good time. We don't nearly get enough of them in this line of work.
If not for people like us, nobody would be having any good times.
Yeah. Duty, honor, sacrifice. It all sounds great until you actually have to do it. Listen to me droning on, philosophizing like some senile old Jedi. You'd better get out while you can. After that many rounds, I could be talking nonsense for hours. I'll see you around, Big Shot.